Good evening, English 1010. You guys have been doing such a wonderful job on all your checkmark assignments. Your next assignment is due Wednesday before midnight, and that means 11:59 p.m. You have until Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. to get in your thesis statement and outline for essay number 1. Now, remember to use your Scholar Compass to help guide you through the process on whether or not your thesis statement is strong. In the chapter on thesis statements, you can go into practice build your thesis, which you can actually put in your thesis and start typing in to figure out whether or not this is a strong thesis. And remember, this is just a working thesis. This is the very beginning of your essay, which means it can change as you start to write and think about your statements and your essay. So don't stress too much about perfection. Remember what Anne Lamott said, shitty first drafts. Let's all hone in our ability to be accepting of the process. So you're going to type this out into a Word document or Google document, and hopefully that is what you are doing with your discussion boards as well, because we all have had issues with Blackboard. You will be typing in Blackboard, you'll be really figuring out exactly what you want to say and how to say it, and then Blackboard will freeze up or your internet will drop and you will lose all that wonderful work that you've already done. So please, let's start a brand new Essay 1 Google Doc or Word document that you are going to be building off of. So by Wednesday, you're going to be choosing which artifact you're going to be using, 1, 2, or 3. You will be writing a thesis statement, and if you're feeling uneasy about what your thesis statement should look like, please use the Practice Build Your Thesis in the Scholar's Compass in the chapter called Crafting a Powerful Thesis Statement. And it will help you figure out exactly how to move through this one assignment. Then you're going to create 5 or 6 bullet points, just short sentences that's going to help me understand where you plan on taking this essay. How do you plan on making this argument about why you chose this artifact and what you are comprehending from the article or the multimodal or the video that you are seeing as a writer. And I want you to move through this understanding that it may change. The one thing I need you as the student to commit to is which one you plan on using. Because if next week you say, you know what, I really don't want to write about the commercial anymore. I thought this would be really easy. Guess what? You're gonna have to go right back to where you started. You're gonna have to recraft a thesis statement, recraft a outline for me. And that's extra work. So please, 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 just take time in understanding that can you actually build a full argument, a full essay from one of these artifacts. It may feel really easy to jump onto that commercial because it's giving us all the information and makes us feel like, oh, I can comprehend this, I can dive deep into it, but it's very short. And you may be looking at the article and saying, wow, that's a really long article, and what am I going to say from it? But understand that you might be able to pull a ton of quotes from that and a lot of information. So please be thoughtful about which one you plan on using and get me the thesis statement. And remember, it's a working thesis statement. It is not your final draft. It can change. What can't or shouldn't change, because it will make your life harder, is if you change which artifact you use. So make sure, choose that artifact that you're going to use for your essay, what your argument's going to be, and or claim or central idea of what you're going to talk about for this essay. Give me some bullet points, upload the document, and this is a working document. This will then turn into your shitty first draft, which next week we will start working towards our peer review, that we will start giving each other feedback. and then we will move forward into a final draft. So we're going to build our momentum. We're going to make this essay really complete, really strong. I know that you're all capable of doing that because you've shown such amazing work already. So I will work on grading all your check mark assignments, and you will upload your thesis statement, your outline, and which artifact you plan on using by Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. So talk to you real soon. Thank you for your patience, and I look forward to reading all of your thesis statements, and I hope I don't have to say thesis statement anymore. Have a great day. Bye.